Hi, I really like making multiple videos in the same day. It works. I'm right here with the 95 Ford F150. This particular one is the 4.9 liter straight six, and I recently salvaged it. Well, I inherited it technically from my grandfather. It had sat for 5 years, so I'm bringing it back to life slowly but surely. So far, pretty much coated the entire undercoat with oil to try to get some of that surface rust knocked down. I had to put 2 new tires, battery, a few vacuum lines, changed the oil filter, did the rear differential. Actually, I didn't do the rear differential. I just changed oil filter, vacuum lines, and drove it 300 miles after putting 2 new tires and a battery in it. Did great. Check engine lights on, something about ERG valve. Don't like to repeat myself too many times, but I might do that on occasion in my videos. I do apologize. So what I'm about to do is crawl under here. Oh, and if you can see maybe what's going on, here's our transfer case. So I'm going to try to take that top plug out first, because that's my fill plug. And then I'm going to take this one loose. But you don't want to take your drain plug out if you can't get your fill plug out, because then you're going to be in a world of hurt. And you're not going to be able to put any fluid back in your transfer case. So you definitely want to check that one first. And so yeah, do that. And alright, it looks like we're going to need a 3/4 drive ratchet to get those off, because they're just the little square holes. Hope you can see that right here. Alright, and one up here. This is your fill, and this is your drain. Your fill is always going to be higher than your drain plug. Alright, man, some of that looks crazy under here. Grease, grease, grease. Oh, but that over there don't look great, because that's rust. Man, I got a lot of work to do on this thing. Alright, so without further ado, let me get started on this transfer case. So, and I might be able to film more of what's going on. Trusty socket set, 3/4 inch drive. But I always like to use my big one with an attachment. Gives you a little bit more leverage in cracking that off. So I'm going to get that off, or make sure my fill plug comes out first. And then I'll be right back. Alright, so I got my drain plug out. 3/4 inch drive, just like I said. I'm sorry, that's my fill plug. Not my drain plug. Oh, my drain plug is still under here. I messed up my recording. Oh well. Alright, so here we go, right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't really. Shoot. Let me turn the camera around. Alright. So here we go. This one right here. And so you take your 3/4 inch drive, right? Make sure that it's set to remove, which you could do this with the pan out of the way. That'd be fun. Let's see how it just fits right down in there. Then you just pop that off. Now, I did squirt these with some WD-40 been a week or so ago, because I knew I was going to do this. So don't think I'm just lucky right now. And just make sure your pan's under there. Screw screw this out. See my reach over, so try not to get as much oil on me as I possibly can. Huh, that stuff is really dark. So yeah, and I'm just putting it in the same pan with my differential fluid. Huh. Alright, and look, that's really clean. Those are magnets right there. So don't have any grinding gears or anything like that in there. So that's really good. This is all still well lubricated after sitting for 5 years. So, oh God, I'm stuck. So, I guess that means that oil won't break down unless you're using it. So, good to know. Good to know. I'm going to let that drain, and then I'm going to get it set up so we can do some pumping in there. And mind the mess, I'm not very organized. But, let's see. My particular application is going to take automatic transmission fluid, the Mercron 5. Again, this is the 95 Ford Ranger F150 4x4. 4.9 straight 6 with the manual 5-speed transmission. It's got 192,000 miles on it. Again, I just saved it from, well, brought it back to life. So I'm trying to do all the fluid changes because I don't know when they were done. So I want to have my own records for the truck. So that's where I'm at. And alright, I am going to let this drain, go eat something, and I will be right back. Hi guys, and I'm back. Look, I got little cocoa. Well, I did have little cocoa in my face. Alright, so oil's drained. Now it's time to put the drain plug in. Oh, let me see if I can get in here. Oh, I gotta flip my camera around. Alright, sorry about all the fingers in the videos, guys. Just kind of getting used to this stuff again. So, alright, here's this. We're going to put that in there. So, the drain plug, and then up here is where we're going to fill the fluid. So, of course, you flip your ratchet back over. And I could have moved my drain pan, probably would have made this easier. Shoot. Alright, there we go. Make it easier on a one-arm bandit. Alright. Alright, since I just used this pump right here on my differential fluid, you can see, well, you can't really see, but there's still differential fluid in it. See? Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and this stuff's red. Oh, man. What the heck? Don't even know where my camera's at. Alright, anyway, this is red right here. Oh, goodness. Doing stuff one-handed, really. It's no fun sometimes. Alright. So, I'm going to take my hose right here. Dip it down in there. Alright, and always try to prop it up against something. I think this one takes like 2.3 quarts or something like that. But I'm going to try to get the old fluid out of this. the differential fluid out of this, and we should see red fluid start to come into this tube that will prompt us. Yeah. So that's how you know that the new fluid's in there. So, alright, now with that done, make sure it went all the way down. Alright, and we'll put it over in there. Alright, and then we pump it in there. So the pumping process is really hard to film, really. But see, it just started leaking out up there. So I'm ready to plug it. Alright, so I got that done, guys. Check it out. I got the fuel plug back in. Right now I just need to get rid of all that. Pump out as much as I can with my pump. Just go ahead and pump it out. One little secret that I want to tell you guys about these pumps. Sometimes they're really hard to get started. So what you do is you would squirt maybe some penetrating fluid or WD-40 or liquid wrench or whatever your poison is. Spray it in there, and that'll lube the little piston that's in here, and that will help you get fluid started pumping. Now, some people might not like this particular pump. It's worked pretty good. I did that differential with it. I've done the differential on my 99 Ford Ranger. I've done the manual transmission in this, which everybody's like, hold up, manual transmissions have fluid? Yes, they do. They just don't have a dipstick you can check them. I don't know why that is, but yeah. So this pretty much concludes the video of the transfer case fluid. I mean, there's not much to it. Take out the drain plug, drain it, put new fluid in it. That's all there is to it. But alright, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell if you want to see future videos that I do. Again, this is Wes Sidestory's channel, so I'm glad to have you guys watching. Y'all have a blessed day now. Also, just wanted to show how dirty that fluid was. Man, oh man. Rosie's gonna love me for this. So that's the entire drivetrain done on the truck. I know the only two videos that I've done was of the transfer case and the front differential. However, the processes aren't very different. The manual transmission in this thing had a drain plug just like the transfer case, as well as a fill plug. So same thing, you have to pump these fluids in there. And the rear differential had a plug in it. Sometimes you can't get the plug out, you got to drop the whole thing, or actually you shouldn't do that, because if you can't get your plug out, then you shouldn't try to replace a gasket that may or may not need it. And if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna replace the rear seal in your rear differential, I suggest trying your fill plug to make sure that it comes out before doing that, or again, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. It's a gorgeous day out here in Virginia. Not too hot, not too cold, about 70s maybe, something like that. And I need to cut my grass. There's my Harley car. Alright guys, y'all keep it real out there.